Hello everyone and welcome back to what is today the review of Flame Dragon Warrior class. If you're new around here, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and leaving the video with a like. So this class was quite difficult to rank, to be honest with you, but I've gone with a B+. It could easily be an A-. I kept flicking between the two of them, to be honest, overall. But if you want to get Flame Dragon Warrior, you can purchase it for $9.95 from the AQ website, or you may have had it previously from the AQ Dragons founder package. Anyway, let us move on to the skills. So your attack, nice and simple, but it does attack 3 targets. Then you've got Fire Dragon's Roar, which is long range and targets 3 enemies. It can't crit, but builds up to 3 stacks of Dragon's Roar, which increase damage over time damage by 50% per stack and lasts for 11 seconds. Then we've got Burn of Akroloth. This one again, long range and 3 targets. It deals damage over time for 10 seconds and deals damage based on stacks of Dragon's Roar. 30% chance to stun the foe for 6 seconds, which is quite a nice little bonus effect that skill has. Then we can move on to Dragon Strength, again long range but just the 1 target this time. It increases damage dealt by 20% for 12 seconds, consumes stacks of Dragon's Roar, grants extra defense and reduces incoming damage by 60% for 15 seconds. Then we have Burning Rage, which again is a long range attack which targets 3 enemies. It deals damage and applies a powerful damage over time for 8 seconds based on stacks of Dragon's Roar. The important thing to take from those skills is the fact that it is only your 4th ability, Dragon Strength, that actually consumes the stacks, otherwise you can keep on building them up. And then you have got 30% spell resistance, 30% endurance, and your rank 10 passive, a 30% damage over time increase. So the skills in this class are actually pretty good, and it does bring it into the farming / tanking area. This class doesn't actually have a heal attached to it, but as always that's something you can easily sort out with Health Vamp if you did want to use this in longer battles, but you won't. Anyway, so farming, this is a solid A tier class for farming. The kind of combo I tend to use this class is literally just 2, 3 and 5. If you look under my character, you will see the stacks building quite quickly like that, and then when you feel like it, hit number 4 just to consume them and go again. That's the easiest way to use this class. There's nothing too much else to worry about. I don't ever seem to get the damage over time above sort of 1,200, 1,500, so that might just be where it caps out, or it could also just be a me problem, because that does happen quite a bit. Animations are not too bad. I do quite like it when we breathe our dragon breath, and as you see, you can get some fairly high crits of around 5,000, 4,000, and of course well into the 3,000 as well, which are very good when you're farming because it means you're able to plow through enemies incredibly quickly, one-shotting quite a lot of them. It's also a farming class that doesn't destroy your fingers, so that is also a big bonus to it. Soloing, it's only going to get a C. You will not want to use this class for soloing. It has not got high enough DPS to even think about it, and it just means that battles will last forever, and there's a very high chance eventually you will end up dying. Although you have got on your skill 3 a chance to stun, it is only 30%, so pretty much 1/3. The 60% damage reduction will of course help you out, but alongside that there's not really much else to this class when it comes. So if I were you, I would avoid it at all costs in using this class, unless you are a much lower level, and then it's probably not so much of an issue if you're only trying to solo something with 10,000 health. Anyway, let us move on to PvP, where I'm going to give this one a straight B. It is not going to be up there with any sort of top tier PvP class. The damage output, as we've already established, is far too low. However, with the chance of the stun, it does mean you can actually win some battles, and it has got a very nice damage reduction. As you can see, I don't really take very much damage here over the 1,000 mark. I was expecting a nuke at some point on me, but that never actually came, so this battle does go on for some time, which is quite nice, as you're able to see its long-term performance. In hindsight, I'd probably gone with 2, 3 and 5 a little bit more than hitting 4 when it became available, but you know what, lessons learned, and actually it probably wasn't too much of an issue, but you don't want to be overlapping your 4 because the defense boost lasts for 15 seconds, whereas the cooldown on number 4 is actually 10. Having said that though, it does give you that 20% damage boost, which is obviously lasting for those 12 seconds, so you might want to use it as soon as it becomes available, but that is really just going to be trial and error until it gets there. Again though, once you're up against a big hitter, it gets absolutely wrecked. However, we will change that up for this fight with Cross Hut. Thank you for helping me out yet again. We've got Shadow Scythe General, so we've got another farming class, and why not put them against each other? In this instance, you can see that Flame Dragon Warrior is far more effective, and in the end does come out on top in this battle, which was nice to actually get another victory under the belt. There was a few in here, but it wasn't all that successful really, this class, so again, not one you'd really want to be using for PvP. Anyway, overall B+, as we said earlier. Soloing is a C, farming's an A, PvP is a B. It does go without saying that this class would be a straight up A tier if we didn't take into account the other parts of it as well, which I think for an all-round kind of review, how we always do things around here, is pretty important. So always bear that in mind. If you are looking on the market for a $10 farming class, this is definitely one I would recommend thinking about, as it has got very nice damage. You're going to be one-shotting a lot of the mobs, and you don't have to finger spam, so you will have a little less stress when you're going around farming. Anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I'll be covering more classes soon, so until then, have a lovely day. And as always, if you're new around here, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and leaving the video with a like. Until next time, have a lovely day.